here. Today I'm going to make some caramel bars. And to get a little head start, I have unwrapped some caramels. I used to use one bag of caramels, but now they charge even more for a bag and put less in it. So I have to buy 2 bags and steal some from the second bag. So I'm going to put this in a double boiler and add 8 tablespoons, milk, which is I think a half a cup. And then I'm going to put that on the stove so it starts to melt. Okay, now the rest of the ingredients go in. 1.5 cups of oatmeal, 1.5 cups of flour, 1.25 cup of brown sugar. I'm going to mix that up now and then add the rest of the ingredients. Now I have that stirred up and we're going to add baking powder. Well, maybe I'll put the salt in first. 1/4 of a cup of salt. Oh, not 1/4 of a cup. That'd be terrible. 1/4 of a teaspoon. Okay. That's a difference from 1/4 of a cup. There. And 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Let's see, that would be 1/2 and 1/4. And my, oops, half. Half a teaspoon of soda. Now let's see, I got the oatmeal, the flour, the brown sugar, the salt, the baking. I'm going to mix this up and then I'm going to put in a cup of melted butter. That's why the pan doesn't have to be greased, because there's so much butter so it won't stick. Pour in the melted butter, 1 cup. Looks yummy already, don't it? All that butter. Okay, it's regular butter, not unsalted. Now we'll mix this all up. Okay, I think I got that stirred up pretty good. Now I need to save 2/3 of a cup that will be put over the top after the bottom has been baked. So I kind of make it a little more generous because 2/3 don't go that far. There, I won't level it, leave it like that. Now, I'm going to put this in here. And spread it out evenly. I have it all patted in there evenly. And then I'm going to put it in a 350 oven for 10 minutes. This has been in the oven for 10 minutes. And now I'm going to sprinkle, I think the chocolate chips go on first. Yeah, I have 1.5 cups of milk chocolate chips. Oops, the one fall off. Yep. And it kind of melt because it's so hot. Oof. Okay, have the chocolate chips on top, and now I'm going to pour the caramel mixture all over the top of this. Make sure I get it all evenly. And now the leftover crust I sprinkle over the top of this. And then I'll go back in the oven again. I'd lift this up to show you better, but the pan is too hot. So now I'm going to put this in the oven, and I gotta check, see how long it's gotta be in there. 15 to 20 minutes. I just took it out of the oven. It'll take it a while to cool. I'm not going to cut into it and taste it because I'm doing a favor for my granddaughter for a meeting at work. So she's going to take these to work tomorrow. And I'm going to hope there might be one piece in the pan for me when she brings it back. Okay, I'm going to give you the recipe now. Got pencil and paper. Some caramel bars. 1.5 cups of oatmeal. 1.5 cups flour. 1 1/4 cup brown sugar. 1/4 teaspoon salt. 3/4 teaspoon baking soda, and a cup of melted butter, which is 2 sticks. And you mix that together, and you save a good 2/3 cup for the topping. And the rest you press on the bottom of a cake pan that you did not butter, didn't grease it at all. And then you bake that. It's like a cake pan, a 9 by 15 pan. And you bake that at 350 degrees for 10 minutes. Then, and I do this a little bit ahead of time because it takes a while for the caramels to melt. And it says you melt 1 bag of caramels. Remember I said I get 2 because 1 bag is kind of chintzy. Melt 1 bag of caramels in double boiler with 8 tablespoons of milk, which is a 1/2 cup. Sprinkle 1.5. This is after you bake it 10 minutes and take it out. And then you sprinkle 1.5 cups of milk chocolate chips over the crust. Then you pour the caramel mixture on the top of the chocolate chips. And then you sprinkle that remains of the bottom, which was 2/3 of a cup, on top. And then you bake at 350 for 15 to 20 minutes. But I left mine in for 20 minutes. These kind of pans, air bake pans, seem to take a little longer. Well, hope you give it a try and enjoy it. Bye.